Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga section. I'm here today to bring you the review for My Hero Academia manga chapter 308. And now for me personally, this chapter is basically just telling me, and I feel like it's trying to tell us, the audience, that the Deku we have now is prime Deku. If not prime Deku, close to Deku. And now what I mean by this is that the only way that Deku can get stronger now is via honing his quirks. 'Cause I do believe he's got all of them now, and just improving his base strength, and therefore that will improve the overall strength and potentially all his other quirks as well. Because the way this chapter was going on, and he was going through like, okay, now I'm gonna use uh the number and then the fourths. I think the fourths is Black Whip, but you get what I'm trying to say here. He would call out the number of the user and then their quirk, and then he's now using it. So I feel like he's got all of them now, and it's based on the last panel where he says, now I'm going to use my full power or something along those words. It makes me think that he can go one for all 100% with no drawbacks now, because there was like a few months of a time skip between him being in as a coma and then finding out that he is now leaving school. So is he is has this come about too quickly? I want to say yes, but at the same time it feels like the mangaka is wrapping up the manga, so he's got to become the master of all his quirks at some point. So in that sense, no. But that's how I feel right now. Obviously, we know from the chapter that he hasn't got his all his other quirks down packed. He hasn't mastered them, but I definitely feel like he's got them, because within this chapter we have, oh god, the guy who has the smoke screen quirk. He said, yeah, he said they're having a little conversation. Deku and him was having a little conversation, and like, yeah, like, you're putting it on a bit. You're putting it on a bit too thick, so to say. I don't. Those weren't the exact words, but that's the gist. That's the gist. So, what was I gonna say? He does, however, give him some advice about using the quirks of the previous of the users of 1-4. And now he mentions that how don't think of these quirks as superpowers. Like, you're not gonna get no super moves out of like the quirks that we was rocking back in doing them. Just think of them as tools that you can use to help within your arsenal. And that's a good way to think about it, because I was when I found out that Deku was gonna have X amount of number of quirks, I can't remember the exact number now. Eight quirks, 7 quirks, whatever the number is. I wasn't. I was afraid that Deku would then become overpowered, but so far so good. Like, he's overpowered. He's got X amount of quirks, so he's going to be overpowered. But that's like the user within the chapter said. The minor things, but altogether they are very helpful. And now there's a panel within the chapter where we see Deku with a jet pack on his back, which I think is supposed to be reminiscent of his float quirk. We see him with ropes, which I think is supposed to be reminiscent of Black Rope. There was something, I don't know what that would be, but there was smoke coming out of it, reminiscent of the smoke screen quirk. Basically, what I'm getting at there, that I didn't look at the panel too tough, I'm not going to lie to you, but I think that that panel, that shot of Deku, is supposed to hint at the quirks that we have not seen yet. And now, like I said, I didn't look at it for too long, but I noticed a walkie-talkie on his side, so some sort of communication quirk, I do believe, may be coming down the line. Uh, Other than all that, the chapter was Deku versus Muscular again. Like I said previously, I wanted this fight to just show just how far Deku has come, even though we know off the dome that he's come so far already. But if he has, because I'm not sure, it is possible Muscular could get back up. Was he down? He took a hit, and it was a hefty hit, but he might be able to recover from it. But I'm hoping he doesn't, because I like the idea of Deku now being able, in complete control of one forward, and able to just one shot some people. Saitama, I'm really playing, but yeah, I like the idea of that, because as we know, I think Muscular mentioned that he got better as well. During the time the last fight, I can't remember for certain, but that helps to amp up Deku's effectiveness within this chapter. Uh, we know that Deku. Well, we knew that we could have assumed that already, but Deku's after Shiggy and One for All. We know this from this chapter because he outright asks Muscular, where they at, where they at. But we find out that Muscular doesn't know. He was just told run loose. So that's what he's doing. But the whole thing with Deku going after Shiggy alone, no, not a smart move. It's not. It's not a smart move. Like Deku should have. I get it. He wants to protect them, but this is what they signed up for. I'm talking about his friends, by the way. He wants to protect his friends, but this is what they signed up for. Hero school. They want to be heroes. They are about this life. And sorry, Deku, I don't care how many quirks you have, but at the end of the day, you gonna need help. And if it's because you went in solo, you die at the end of your series. Because I do think he's gonna die at the end of it, at the end of the series. And then he's only got himself to blame for that one. But anyway, I kind of liked the bit where we have the whole smoke screen and the girl was like, I recognize this voice, but I can't remember where from. And I would like to see her reaction to knowing that it's Deku, because I feel like at this present moment Deku is wanted, and I want to see more so how people react to that, but more so class A, class B, and his teachers. So, but we can start off with the girl. I wouldn't mind that. That's everything I got to say about this chapter. I'm only going to give it a 3-star rate, and I don't see any reason why to give it any higher. Like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.